Hello everyone and welcome to my virtual celebration of Robert Burns, one of the greatest poets in Scotland, born on January the 25th, 1759. He wrote some of the greatest poems that we know today, and he is still celebrated all across the world with the cutting of the haggis, with a little dram of whiskey, which I have here, and of course recitation of his beautiful poetry. So today I thought I would share 4 of my favorites with you all. I hope you enjoy. In 1791, Robert Burns wrote this beautiful tune called Sweet Afton. Flow gently, sweet Afton, among thy green braes. Flow gently, I'll sing thee a song in thy praise. My Mary's asleep by the murmuring stream. Flow gently, sweet Afton, disturb not her dream. Thou stock dove whose echo resounds through the glen, O ye wild whistling blackbirds in yon thorny den, thou green-crested lapwing, thy screaming forbear. I charge you, disturb not my slumbering fair. Oh, how lofty, sweet Afton, thy neighbouring hills, far marked with the courses of clear winding rills. There daily I wonder as noon rises high, my flocks and my Marys sweet caught in my eye. How pleasant thy banks and green valleys below, where wild in the woodlands the primroses blow. There oft as mild evening sweeps over the lea, the sweet-scented birk shades my Mary and me. Though thy crystal stream, Afton, how lovely it glides, and winds by the cot where my Mary resides. How wanton thy waters her snowy feet lave, as gathering sweet flowerets she stems thy clear wave. Flow gently, sweet Afton, among thy green braes. Flow gently, sweet river, the theme of my lays. My Mary's asleep by the murmuring stream, so flow gently, sweet Afton, disturb not her dream. And now Robbie brings us into the natural world to explain some of his thoughts when it came to love going wrong. And so here we have The Banks of Doon, written in 1791. Sweet are the banks o' Doon, the spreading flowers are fair, and everything is blithe and glad, but I am full o' care. Thou break my heart, thou bonny bird that sings upon the bough. Thou minds me, oh, the happy days when my fause love was true. Thou break my heart, thou bonny bird that sings beside thy mate, for say I sat and say I sang, and wist not o' my fate. Aft hae I roved by bonny Doon to see the woodbine twine, and like a bird sang o' its love, and say did I o' mine. With lightsome heart I put a rose upon a thorny tree, but my false lover saw my rose and left the thorn with me. With lightsome heart I put a rose upon a morn in June, and say I flourished on the morn, and say was put or noon. This next poem is one of my favorites as well. It's one that I got to film here in the hills of my hometown, and I even had a little sneak appearance of my husband on his bike as he was riding through the hills. So this one has a lot of wonderful moments in it, and I hope you enjoy this poem. A Fond Kiss. A fond kiss and then we sever. Ah, for will, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Who shall say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him? Me, nay cheerful twinkle lights me, deep despair around benights me. I'll ne'er blame my partial fancy, nothing can resist my Nancy. For to see her was to love her, love but her, and love forever. Had we never loved see kindly, had we never loved say blindly, nor never met, nor never parted, we would never have been so broken-hearted. Fare thee will, my first and fairest, fare thee will, my best and dearest. Thine be like joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love and pleasure. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. One of my favorite tunes is called My Heart's in the Highlands. And this tune was written by Robbie Burns in 1789. And it goes like this. Farewell to the Highlands, farewell to the North, the birthplace of valor, the country of worth. Wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills of the Highlands forever I love. My heart's in the Highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands chasing the deer, chasing the wild deer and following the roe. My heart's in the Highlands wherever I go. Farewell to the mountains high covered with snow. Farewell to the straths and green valleys below. Farewell to the forests and wild hanging woods. Farewell to the torrents and loud pouring floods. My heart's in the Highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands chasing the deer, chasing the wild deer and following the roe. My heart's in the Highlands wherever I go. Thank you so much for following me today in this beautiful time to celebrate Robert Burns and his amazing poetical talents. And thank you for enjoying my music as well. This has been great. I hope you all had a wonderful Robbie Burns celebration wherever you might be. And until the next time, sláinte.